Vosotros me habéis pedido el bingo, ¿eh? Yo lo quería. ¡Oh! World Premiere. ¿Te imaginas que empiecen ahí con algo gigantesco? Esto sea el puto mejor evento del año. Estudios de Bethesda.
Y ¡hey! ¡Nuevos todos! ¡Guapísimos! FZ 777.
Es de developers. Obviamente iban a empezar enseñando developers. Si tienes subtítulos, en directo que ponía que tenía subtítulos, no sé si hay que activarlos o algo aquí. O ya vienen por defecto, pero... No creo que sea en directo, en plan gente hablando en directo, ¿sabes? Que eso siempre alarga las cosas, sino que ya estará pregrabado. O sea que me da esperanza de que no sea ultra largo tampoco, ¿sabes? El evento. ¡Bravo! Pegando una patada 2023. Con los desarrolladores. 4 grandes juegos. 5 grandes juegos. Mr. Beast. Ah, solo 5 grandes juegos. Bueno. Mojang, a ver. Algo de Legends a lo mejor le enseñan, ¿eh? Voy a ver si se pueden hacer los subtítulos más grandes.
Hello, I'm Dennis Reese, executive producer of Minecraft Legends. And today, we'd like to give you an insider's look at how we're building the PvP multiplayer experience for the game. Minecraft Legends is a new action strategy game set in a lush, dynamic world. It introduces epic storytelling, and you can form alliances with new and familiar Minecraft mobs to stop the invading piglins.
Minecraft Legends will let you play the story-driven campaign as an online co-op experience together with your friends. And it will also feature a PvP gameplay mode.
Este juego me llama, tío, pero el estilo artístico que tiene me echa mucho para atrás, tío.
The game will support cross-platform play and online.
Que tenga los bordecitos y eso, ¿sabes?
In order to create the best possible experience, we've partnered with Blackbird Interactive to develop the game. And it's been wonderful to see their commitment and focus on the Minecraft universe.
It's so much fun to be working with Mojang Studios on Minecraft Legends.
Here at Blackbird Interactive, we have a talented team of developers who are using our background in strategy games to bring a new and exciting experience to the Minecraft universe.
We're super excited to share more details about PvP gameplay.
¿Sube el volumen?
There are some really cool features that make PvP unique.
¿Estás bien?
First off, players share their army and resources with their team. This means that individual players aren't able to win on their own. They must cooperate to be successful.
Communication is really important, and you can sort of really tell the teams to gel together because they naturally form roles at the beginning of the game, and as soon as we start, you're off collecting, I start building. We have our favorite roles, but we
¿Qué coño pasó con el Hytale? Ese el juego que iba a destronar a Minecraft.
Procedurally generated, just like it is in campaign. This means that each PvP session is different than the last.
But it's different every time you play, depending on how the map is generated, where the valleys are, the mountains are, where the secrets are, you know, where the towers are.
Estafa piramidal. El Hytale.
In Minecraft Legends, the piglins are an ever-present threat, and this includes PvP.
The piglins are on their own side. They're trying to kill both of you at the same time.
So the opposing team is not the only thing you need to worry about.
A mí el Dungeons me gustó, el que era como el diablo.
In PvP, there's
Pues se me
something
hizo
for everyone.
repetitivo al final, pero me lo
For players who
pasé
like
entero.
action, they can go attack the piglins or lay siege to the enemy base. For players who enjoy exploration, they can search the world to find resources for their team,
Minecraft
hidden
extremo.
treasure chests, or scout the enemy base.
Gathering resources to help the team out, that's super important. But whenever I get into a PvP match, the first thing I try to do is to track down the Regal Tiger. It's my favorite mob to ride because it's really fast, but it's also really cute.
Dios, ese gato. Tienen que meterlo en Minecraft.
You can spend your time building defenses and upgrading your base, because soon enough your enemy will attack, and you need to be ready.
So the first thing I do when we start is everyone runs off. I open the
Se
map,
parece
see
mucho
where
al
the enemy
Trove, es verdad, el
base
juego
is.
ese de...
First thing I build is what we call an upgrade tower, where
No,
it
al
allows you to
Cube
build
War, al Cube
upgrades,
War,
so
¿os
I place
acordáis
that
de
in the
ese?
back, away from the enemy. So I really pride myself in making, you know, impenetrable bases.
Since the goal of PvP is to destroy the opposing team's base, defending your own base is really important. You have to start with a lot of walls, a lot of towers, and some gates.
Pero porque hablan de PvP y no se ve a nadie pegándose.
You want, freestyle it a bit. I like to add different layers of walls, so my opponents have to find their way through to my base, almost like a maze.
And then once those walls are up, I like to actually hide my ice traps behind them to catch enemies off guard.
¿Verdad que coño va a ser esto? ¿Como Clash of Clans o qué?
When it comes time to finally take out the other team, my favorite strategy is to make a forward camp just outside the enemy base. Then I get the biggest, strongest mobs I can as fast as I can and start sending them in.
Vale, sí, claro, por eso me está diciendo Age of Empires.
Claim victory.
The real fun of PvP is creating a strategy, having a game plan, deciding how you think you're going to crush the enemy, and then all of a sudden the hosts tell you,
Eso me interesa más.
Just built a redstone launcher.
And you're like, I can't do my attack now. I've got to like build an anti-siege tower, which is an anti-air tower, to stop the redstone launchers. You just have to be constantly changing your tactics. And sometimes you like have no idea what they're doing. And then you certainly find out very quickly.
Resources, or do you want to go? I don't know.
A while back, we had somebody on our dev team use a strategy where they built a bunch of what are called plank golems, which are archers. So they're very weak, but they do a high amount of damage. And he had 40 of them, and he just ran through our base, ran around our tower, and took out our entire tower with such a simple strategy.
And that's why we still love playing it every day, because every game is different and you never know what's going to happen.
Claro, pero tú parece que siempre vas con tu ejército, ¿no? En plan, tú lo guías. O después puedes ponerte como desde una vista cenital y controlar a distintas tropas. ¡Ohang! Oh, espérate. Bueno, ahora lo pongo. Coño, ¿cuántas pantallas tengo, cabrón? ¡Ah! ¿Dónde está la de Mohang? Tronco. Vale, aquí. ...18 de abril. Ahora tachamos bingo, a ver. Chao, va a ser rapidito, Vale, Forza. Claro, es que no va a haber nada más. Creo que solo van a ser estos 5 juegos, a no ser que haya una sorpresa después.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Sasaki, and welcome to Turn 10 Studios. The team is hard at work bringing you the next generation of Forza Motorsport, built from the ground up to take advantage of the Xbox Series consoles. This is the most technically advanced racing game ever made. Today, I'm joined by some of our amazing team members to show you how we are making it look real, sound real, and feel real. This is Forza Motorsport.
Los cascos de Ari Gameplays. Los Forza a mí me gustan. Los Horizon. Los otros me gustan por los gráficos, pero no me llegan a viciar nunca.
With more than 800 unique upgrades. This includes over 100 new to motorsport cars, the most modern race cars we've ever featured on our roster. Racing is violent. It's a battle on the racetrack. The advancements in our physics model are greater than Forza Motorsport 5, 6, and 7 combined. This makes our driving experience more fun and rewarding in the way the car accelerates, corners, and brakes. Our materials and shaders are built from the ground up. At higher resolutions and optimized for cutting-edge ray tracing experience.
Siempre van al límite.
Paints are sourced using a spectrophotometer to capture multiple data points of light behavior on a surface. This yields a paint model that has a much more realistic light response across color, metal flake, and gloss. Damage and dirt buildup is unique to each car. It's now contextually aware and more localized. We simulate paint thickness, chipping, and directionality. Dirt accumulation is more realistic, gathering more in the low-pressure areas like recesses and alcoves. These innovations tell the story of the work you put into a race and reflects the marks and battles.
Este va a ser carreras cerradas. Los mundo abiertos solo son los
This is our best sounding Forza Motorsport ever. and the first to be mixed natively for immersive audio formats like Windows Sonic and Dolby Atmos. To create an immersive soundscape, each audio system has been rebuilt from the ground up to deliver a new level of sonic depth and authenticity for our players.
A ver cómo suena.
Modifying car parts like your exhaust turbo will change the car sounds in Forza Motorsport, just like it would in the real world. Every car now has a variety of sound possibilities based on the parts you've installed. Hardware-accelerated convolution reverb accurately reproduces how sounds in Forza interact within an acoustic space, dynamically adapting to its surroundings and creating a realistic and detailed soundscape. New features like our regional track announcer system and improved tire and suspension audio bring a new level of realism to the game. Hear Forza Motorsport like never before. Every tire squeal, every engine, lap after lap.
De verdad, joder, justo hoy no meto lo del calvo, tío. El bingo, me cago en la puta.
Forza Motorsport
tiene el casco de Halo ahí,
environments built from the ground up for this generation. You'll get to race on iconic fan favorites, as well as 5 all-new to Motorsport locations, including our first in South Africa, Kyalami.
Kyalami?
We capture our environments to an incredible level of detail. When we reference a track, our team comes back with over 3 terabytes of highly detailed photogrammetry and laser scan data. Through the power of the Xbox Series consoles, we're able to use this data to draw up to 10 times more detail than previous generations.
Dios.
You'll see lush trees, dense grass and overgrowth vegetation, animated track life, physically based lighting and volumetric fog effects, and a fully procedural cloud
Porque lo que más cuesta en los videojuegos es siempre hacer el césped, tío.
Sound alive,
la hierba.
Feel alive,
y que no parezcan PNGs.
Consisting of tens of thousands of fully animated 3D spectators, so you're always immersed in the pure spectacle of racing. For the first time in Forza Motorsport, fully dynamic time of day with weather ensures a constantly evolving racing experience where no 2 laps ever look the same. Meanwhile, dynamic track temperatures, wet driving surfaces, and rubbering in ensure that no 2 laps ever play.
Hostia, se ve de puta madre, en primera persona. Parecía muy realista eso.
Team of artists have built into Kyalami.
Que ponga más escenas así, tú, esto está guapísimo.
Fast forward to night,
bien,
and the vista is truly breathtaking. You can see the distant light glows of the city, a beautiful visual touch. Even the Kyalami logo itself creates visual impact every time you see it, thanks to ray-traced global illumination, which simulates how hundreds of thousands of light rays accumulate color as they bounce between surfaces. We're rendering all our environments in 4K at 60 FPS with real-time ray tracing on track to create true-to-life reflections on all smooth mirror and flat glass surfaces.
Es que al final,
with the incredible detail and rendering features of our track environments, Forza Motorsport
soy una putita gráfica, lo reconozco.
Es
el Countach, me encanta ese puto coche. El Lamborghini Countach. ¿Cuánto costaría comprarse uno así a día de hoy?
Forza Motorsport is back, and it's our most comprehensive game ever, with over 500 cars,
4 millones.
with more new race cars.
Es el típico coche que sube de precio, que no baja, por mucho que
You
pase.
can experience all of this in our incredible new online racing mode and in our all-new car-building-focused single-player career.
Para ti una semana en
We
Twitch.
cannot wait for you to get your hands on this incredible game.
4 millones ni de coña. Va a costar 4 millones, gente. 500k o algo así sí que te lo compro. O sea, te lo compro en el sentido de que me lo creo, pero... No way, Hemingway. Vale, pues Forza y Minecraft. No vamos a tener nada más, O sea, esto... Es lo que sale y ya está. ¡Rápido! ¡Rápido! ¡Uy! ¡Uy! ¡No! ¡Esto es nuevo! ¡Sí que hay cosas nuevas, gente! ¡Sí que aparecen cosas nuevas! Nos van a sorprender, creo.
That's me. And you're probably wondering how I ended up here. Well, it's pretty standard.
Virtual Hero.
Check this out. Music player in my chest. It's powering up my new robot arm. Whoa. It's making everything sync up with the beat.
No, el Countach viejo, digo, no el nuevo. Tú, parece el No More Heroes esto. El No More Heroes con el... ¿cómo se llama este? El Sunshine... Sam. Es mi juego. Sunset Overdrive, eso. Sunset Overdrive. Baby. Rubius el videojuego. ¿Pero esto qué es? El Rubius verso. Wi-Fi Rush. Ah, no, Hi-Fi.
Rockstar. Future Rockstar.
Bueno, pues nada, Microsoft se viene de demanda. No pasa nada, chicos.
I'm Shinji Mikami, studio head at Tang Gameworks. Thank you for all your support over the years.
Muy bien, sí, demanda.
Director on Hi-Fi Rush.
Vas con un gato. Estoy flipando.
まあね、このゲームを僕が作ってたら、もう全然違うゲームになったと思う。
Es Raspi.
だけどこういうゲームがね、生まれて本当に良かったね。
So everyone thinks of us as putting out horror games like The Evil Within or spooky games like Ghostwire Tokyo, but this is clearly something totally different. And if this game hasn't already leaked, fingers crossed, we hope it's a pleasant surprise.
Let's have some fun.
まあ僕はね、本当に
juegazo,
新しいものができて、
juegazo.
未だにワクワクしてるよ。
でもチームもみんなそう思ってますよ。
El Goti, lo tenemos aquí delante, chicos.
So we've been waiting for this for a long time. So let's jump in and explain exactly what Hi-Fi Rush is. Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm action game. So it's a bit of a twist on your traditional
Rhythm action, o sea, vale con ritmo,
your moves and attacks help create a living sound. That means all your flashy moves, stylish, devastating combos add a layer to the
Hostia, no sabía.
The more you flow with the beat, the better you can connect your attacks and abilities. You are in total control during combat, but everything you do syncs up like an awesome music video. That's Hi-Fi Rush. You play as Chai, a wannabe rock star and victim of a weird corporate experiment that lets him sense the rhythm of the entire world pulsing to the game sound.
Reyo, amiga. Reyo.
As you can see, the beat moves the world around you and is the key to combat.
You looking for me?
Your attacks will automatically sync to land
que la música vaya moviendo el mapa y eso, y que sea un juego de ritmo.
However, attacking on the beat leads to combos that end with a musical countdown we call a beat hit. Think a big cymbal crash at the end of a drum solo.
Es como el shooter este, ¿no? Que tenías que disparar con la música.
Landing beat hits unleash a combo finish that adds unique musical flair and high damage attacks.
And the crowd goes wild.
Chai! Chai! Chai!
Oh, anyone see the guy that did this?
How about we see it all in action?
Tú, lo del mundo abierto mola un huevo. No sé si va a ser mundo abierto, pero el mundo en sí mola mucho, tío. Es lo mismo que el Hellsing, pero más infantil. ¿Sabes? Porque tenga colorines no significa que sea infantil. Tenemos que ya avanzar en la vida. El bitrate está yendo a la mierda, sí.
Your progress isn't blocked by missing the beat, but you get rewarded musically and mechanically for staying in rhythm.
Qué guapo.
When we say everything moves to the beat, we mean it. Enemy attacks, cutscenes, dangerous obstacles, you name it. It all syncs to the music, creating an ongoing jam session of a game. To help out is 808, your robot cat companion who literally hovers over your shoulder and helps you find that rhythm. But we also have visual guides to help you even more.
Claro, eso lo puedes poner si quieres. Será opcional.
Hi-Fi Rush, whether you're Rhythm Pro or not.
I look so cool doing this.
Chai also gets by with a little help from his friends. Literally.
Get up, slacker. We've got work to do.
Chai will team up with unlikely allies who expand his repertoire of moves both in and out of combat. There's Peppermint breaking barriers and juggling enemies, along with Macaron smashing enemy armor and knocking back enemies. Tag teaming with Chai's partners and attacks opens up huge possibilities for dynamic combos and over-the-top action.
That's not bad.
The extra help is handy, because when you're not fighting, you're going to be running around and wreaking havoc all over Vandelay's corporate headquarters, where everything is trying to take you down. You and your partners have a singular goal in mind: taking down the bosses of Vandelay Technologies. Besides wanting to erase Chai for being a defect, it seems they've got something a little bit more sinister.
Está guapo el juego, pero más guapa va a estar la demanda.
To take them all on, each level with their own musical spin on the rock genre. And then we have a showdown.
Dios.
So let's get ready to crumble.
Boss battles are climatic.
Buena coña, quiero jugarlo, Tiene muy buena pinta esto.
Fights and musical minigames to chase sequences. Custom choreographed to licensed music from amazing artists.
Great.
Hi-Fi Rush is like nothing we've made at Tango before. And we think it's like nothing you've ever played before either. It's a high-energy, feel-good rhythm action experience that's amazingly satisfying to play.
Dios, es satisfactorio, Sí. Pa. Si lo hacen bien, puede estar muy divertido. Me ha sorprendido.
Hi-Fi Rush でお客さんから怖いって言われたら俺もう死んじゃうかも。
Sí.
他にもびっくりさせることあると思うんだけど、例えば猫とか撫でれたりするの。
いや、それは当たり前でしょうね。
Se puede acariciar el gato, vale, Goti, ya está.
いや、でももう一つのサプライズはありますよ。
¿Otra sorpresa?
まあこれはジョンのゲームだからジョンからどうぞ。
John. Ojo, John.
So, not only were we super psyched for you to play this,
we're
happy to tell you that you can play Hi-Fi Rush tonight. Not a demo, the full game. Seriously. It launches on Xbox and PC a few hours after the show, and yes, it'll be on Game Pass as well.
We hope you enjoy playing it.
¡Hostias! Así por la cara, loco. Por la cara. Pues la toma por culo, gente. Que le joda a Minecraft Extremo hoy. Hoy se viene Last of Us y después Hi-Fi Rubius.
Mind if I join?
¿Qué dices? Tío, es una estrategia de marketing de la hostia. A mí me ha entrado mazo de hype ahora por jugarlo, ¿sabes? O sea, si me dicen tienes que esperar un año, bueno, es como, ok, vale, ok. A lo mejor lo juego, a lo mejor no. Si me dicen lo tienes ya esta noche, vamos que si lo compro. Al juego completo, pero qué hijos de puta. Qué hijos de puta. Retiro la demanda, chicos, la retiro. La retiro. Con Game Pass. What? Maestros del marketing, ¿eh? Joder. Ah, no. ¿Esto es Dragon Age?
Welcome to Hunt Valley, Maryland, and the headquarters of ZeniMax Online Studios. You just saw a cinematic teaser for the Elder Scrolls Online's next chapter. I'm pleased to reveal ESO Necrom, which will launch in June and is shaping up to be one of the best updates to the game.
No, menos 100.000 subs, no, esto no tiene nada que ver. He dicho literalmente que no era el online. Tiene que ser el nuevo.
Most requested features in ESO,
es el online.
A new playable class called the Arcanist. It's only our third new class since launch, and we know you're going to love it. The Arcanist wields magic influenced by forbidden knowledge and has unique abilities never before seen in this world.
Voy a intentar jugar este juego e intentar disfrutarlo, ¿sabes? Porque coño es juntan dos cosas que me encantan, que son los MMOs y el Elder Scrolls, pero no puedo, lo siento, no puedo. A lo mejor tengo que darle otra oportunidad o algo, pero es que no, la primera vez, bueno, y no fue solo una vez. Lo he jugado varias veces y aún así,
explore a story based around the return of a well-known Daedric prince you just might remember from the Dragonborn Skyrim DLC. For those of you new to ESO, we release a new expansion called a chapter every year. Chapters are essentially standalone games in ESO that let you adventure in a new region of Tamriel. But you don't have to wait for the Necrom chapter to jump in. We've got so many amazing experiences you can enjoy right now. If you love games like Skyrim and Oblivion, you'll feel right at home amongst the thousands of stories unfolding across every region in ESO. And as anyone who's played a classic Elder Scrolls game knows, it's all about those feelings when you're fully immersed in the world. Remember that feeling when you first encountered a dragon?
Sí.
We've got an entire province that's overrun by dragons.
Bravo, como el WoW.
Or questioned if you were capable of taking down a frost troll in Skyrim? Try it for yourself in ESO.
Lo han mejorado, ¿no? Gráficamente parece ser.
You visited a city in Morrowind that was built inside the shell.
Sí, el juego se llama TSO. TSO.
For the Oblivion fans out there, how about another chance at taking on the colossal Daedric prince, Mehrunes Dagon? Just like any single player,
es que el juego se veía increíble, pero es que el gameplay era bastante gengue. No, a lo mejor lo han mejorado, han pasado muchos años, pero yo no sé, tío.
Become a craftsman. Go fishing.
Bravo.
Decorate and furnish your home.
Lo que más me gusta, pescar y decorar casa, la verdad es que sí.
Play it like an action RPG. And when you're ready, you can easily engage in one of the best open world PvP systems. Run dungeons co-op with your friends for great loot. Or just join a guild to chat with others. The possibilities in this virtual world are endless.
Chat, activamos Mondongo.
New players will immediately feel right at home because our community is one of the most, if not the most, welcoming on the planet. We invite everyone who has not yet experienced ESO to give it a try and create your own stories in our shared world. There's no required subscription and thousands of hours of content to dig into, solo or with friends. Explore nearly every corner of Tamriel with no level restrictions. It's magical being able to travel almost anywhere you please from the moment you enter the world.
Tío, es que son unos cabrones.
PC and Mac, in addition
es que al final lo voy a volver a probar, ¿eh? Lo voy a volver a probar, tío. Es que no puedo. Tengo que ver si merece la pena otra vez. Le daré un try. Alguien que me sorprendió mucho que jugara a esto y que le viciara era... Bueno, eran Vegeta y Willy. Creo que los dos jugaron mucho a esto. ¡Dios! Ah, vale, pero estos eran parches, ¿no? No serán expansiones. Las expansiones eran estas, ¿no? Dios. Demasiado contenido.
And I'm immensely proud to be a part of it. Believe me, we have tons more to share.
Ah, sí, sí, eso, Luana. Van a sacar un juego que parece pequeños guerreros. Está muy guapo. TSO.
Thanks. See you in Tamriel.
¡Bravo! Vale, a ver. No creo que tengamos bingo de nada, ¿no? Con esto. Nope. Nope. No tiene pinta, ¿no? Vale, vamos ya ahora con... Pow. Ya está, nos queda una cosa solo. Bueno, ahora sorpresas, ¿eh? Porque si ha habido la otra sorpresa. Vale, este es el de vampiros raros tipo Left 4 Dead.
Nobody ever believes things can get this bad until it happens. Then, it's too late. But there are people who can fight back.
Stick together! Eyes up!
Welcome to Redfall, Massachusetts,
que se llama así el sitio, como el juego.
Sunny skies have been eclipsed by a legion of vampires. Redfall is a story-driven shooter at its heart, which can be played single-player or co-op with up to 4 players.
Left 4 Dead.
Choose your hero, each with their own unique abilities, and form the perfect vampire-slaying squad to take back Redfall's haunted streets.
At Arcane, we make games where the world itself is as important as the characters. With Redfall, we take an exciting step forward, building a lovingly detailed open world to deliver our largest setting ever. Every inch of our open world is carefully handcrafted and packed with environmental storytelling.
Este no sé si va a pasar como el Back 4 Blood, que no me gustó nada, tío. Era como el revival del Left 4 Dead, pero a mí se me quedó un poco corto.
But it's not all danger all the time. There are safe places on the island where you can rest up, chat with survivors, and resupply. Here we're at the fire station, one of your home bases. This is one place you'll receive missions from survivors.
There's something I need you to do. The old lighthouse in the bay. It's been used for over a century to keep boats away from the coastline. If we turn it back on, it's a warning to anyone trying to come to Redfall right now. Easy, right? Well, the lighthouse keeper is a real asshole. Joined up with those cultists and took the damn lamp with him.
Pero son vampiros, ¿no? O sea, los enemigos.
Here's a vampire known as the Shroud.
Mortaja.
Shrouds blanket the area in darkness, disorienting their prey. They hurl lethal projectiles and can even shift through the floor to avoid damage.
Abuga. ¿Puedes entrar en casa, sí, eso? Bueno, ya que pudieras lootear.
Rubius,
algo ahí brillaba,
El de combate con música que acaban de mostrar. Sale hoy.
Sí.
¿Lo probarás?
Sí.
Un saludo desde Gringolandia.
Sí. Ha dicho que en unas horas. Así que yo, a ver, voy a jugar bastante al Last of Us y después ya vemos. Me avisáis cuando salga. De hecho, si sale en PC, quiero ver si se puede conectar. Supongo que sí que se podrá jugar con el mando de la Play nuevo. Eso parecía un bicho de terror indie, tío, de juego de terror indie. Cojones. A ver, estando in game y si estás solo y te encuentras con eso, te va a dar miedo, ¿sabes? Pero el diseño de personajes no me encanta tampoco.
The lighthouse is back up.
Es el final de la misión.
More waiting for you. Taking down vampires angers the vampire gods, who will summon the Rook to take you down.
El boss. Coño. John Cena. John Mondongo.
Let's transition to what you'll find outside of the main story missions. There's so much waiting for you. Redfall is filled with encounters that can pop up anywhere, like this brewery that's fallen under cultist control. Save the locals from being offered to the vampires. Like our past games, you can approach a mission in many different ways. Always be ready to improvise. Remy uses her combat robot Bribon to help distract and eliminate the cultists.
Se parece al robot este de Boston Dynamics. Al perro. Al robotito perro. 30 segundos más de mondongo y ya está, ¿eh? Se desactiva. Aprovechad. La sangre. Legendaria, ¿eh? ¿Qué tiene abajo a la izquierda del arma? ¿Qué coño es eso? Como un hueso. ¿Será para apuñalar? Ah, claro. Ya sé lo que es. Para los vampiros. Una buena estaca. A lo mejor está divertido jugarlo con amigos, pero... No sé,
Exploring Redfall will take you beyond the bounds of reality as you investigate otherworldly psychic spaces to unravel the vampire's secrets. Take this vampire nest. These deadly layers change each time you step inside.
Grande.
Jacob sends out his raven to tag the enemies below. Dev follows up with his teleporter, instantly closing the gap.
Sí, es una estaca. Tiene sentido. No está bien pensado. Pero veis los diseños estos de los... Uy, vale. De los vampiros son como raros, tío. Tienen como la cabeza enana y los brazos súper largos.
To destroy a nest, you have to take out its heart, and all of the vampires willing to die to protect it.
Horrible way to die.
Stirring the life. I woke them up. Just one bite.
Dios, pepino de arma, ¿no? Mi huevo.
Now escape the nest before it comes crashing down.
It'll collapse any second.
Nests aren't the only psychic spaces. You'll find dangerous pockets all over the island. It's all vampire turf, so tread carefully.
Gotcha.
La hermana de Shadowne.
Redfall won't truly be safe until the vampires are wiped from the map. Outside the main story, another one of your missions is to take back Redfall neighborhood by neighborhood. Find safe houses hidden all over the island, and then work your way up to the vampire controlling the neighborhood. To reclaim this neighborhood, you'll have to defeat a powerful vampire called the Siphon. Whether you dive in solo or with friends, each hero can take on any situation. Each brings powerful, unique abilities to the fight, and the upgrades you choose change how they play. Here, Layla's lift ability can be upgraded to launch teammates for airborne attacks. Upgrade Layla's umbrella ability with bullet hail to absorb enemy bullets and release the energy back after.
Solo puedo pensar ¿cuándo va a salir el Dark and Darker? Solo me apetece jugar a este juego. Si voy a jugar con amigos a algo que sea primera persona, cooperativo.
There are many ways to customize your hero's ability tree to match your playstyle.
Va a salir una nueva beta del Dark and Darker cuando esté en Japón, tío. Terrible. El 9 de febrero hay beta de esto. Ah, no, el Dark and Darker sí.
From military gear to new vampire slaying inventions, from shotguns to sniper rifles.
Well, well.
Qué asco, un arma de homúnculo.
And of course, there's also vampire stakes. Find these in the world to customize your weapons.
No sé.
When you reclaim significant sections of Redfall, the last step is to face the underboss who controls, or used to control, that neighborhood. Underbosses are powerful elites of the vampire gods, with their own unique abilities, like this one's shield.
No me llama mucho,
Prove yourself against the underboss, you'll
no
receive
me llama
a key
mucho esto,
of
tío.
sorts. A skull that gets you one step closer to facing the ultimate threat, the vampire gods.
Dios. Esto está guapo,
Thank you for visiting Redfall.
And thank you for all the support you've shown Arcane throughout the years.
We sometimes joke that our games can be tough to define. The one thing that's consistent?
We make the kinds of games we love to play.
And that's how Redfall was born. We blended everything we love here at Arcane Austin.
Immersive open worlds, unique and customizable heroes, RPG and FPS gameplay.
And of course, our signature storytelling and rich world building.
Along with our spin on one of the most classic monsters of all time.
Vampires.
It's been amazing to see how all of us have pulled together to deliver our vision for something new.
Redfall is the biggest, most ambitious game we have ever made.
Our teams dove headfirst into this new opportunity, and we can't wait for you to experience Redfall for yourself.
Thankfully, you won't have to wait too much longer.
A ver qué dicen.
Redfall's coming on
Hoy,
May
¿te imaginas?
2nd.
2 de mayo.
Thank you again for joining us.
And we'll see you soon in Redfall.
Here we go.
¿Qué os parece este juego a vosotros, chat? ¿Lo jugaríais a esto? Es que yo creo que ni... No sé. No sé. No me llama mucho, ¿eh? O sea, gráficamente es bonito, pero después la estética es un poco jengue. El gameplay es un poco jengue. Parece como ya un poco más de lo mismo de siempre, ¿no? No sé. No sé. ¿Sorpresa? Starfield. Starfield. ¡Sorpresa! ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Algo tiene que haber, ¿eh? Algo tiene que haber. Algo tiene que haber. Ojo.
3, 2, 1.
Vale, sorpresa.
So much fun to be working with Mojang Studios on Minecraft Legends.
Lamentable, esto es solo 2. Solo 2. Ni Kojima jugándoselo bien gordo, tío. Ni Kojima jugándoselo bien gordo. Terrible. Starfield va a tener su propio evento. ¿Cuándo? Yo creo que lo enseñarán ya en el E3. En junio. Y posiblemente algo del Elder Scrolls. Tengo una ganas de ir al E3 este año, macho. Se viene algo, Pause champ. Pause champ. Se viene algo mágico. Algo increíble. Y ahora, antes de irnos, gameplay exclusivo de Starfield. Vamos, 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 vamos. Eso significa Elder Scrolls Online. No. Ya estaría, chicos, creo, Esto ya van a empezar a profundizar en esto en 5 minutos. La verdad es que no me interesa mucho porque es eso. Lo jugué hace tiempo y tal. Le quiero dar un try más, pero que hagan un show ahora de esto. No sé si luego harán algo más, Pero yo creo que aquí se ha acabado la pesca. Os dije que no había que hacer bingo hoy, chicos. Ya era demasiado bonito para ser verdad. Que presentaran más cosas. Pero está bien, a ver, me ha gustado, me ha entretenido. El juego ese de Jiffy Rush está bien. El Forza tiene buena pinta. El único que no me trago, tío, es el último, te lo juro. Algo tiene que es que sé que no... Aunque lo juegue y le dé un try, sé que no me va... No me va a gustar. No va a gustar. Sí. Yo creo que siempre tendrían que dejarse como algo en el cierre en estos eventos, ¿sabes? Como para la guinda del pastel, para dejar un buen sabor de boca. Ay. Pero sí, el último... No sé. Por descargar el... ¿Va a estar en Steam o va a estar en el Microsoft este? El Microsoft de Steam. O sea, de PC. Las subsales al capo. Ahora se las doy, chicos. Ahora se las doy, sí. Paciencia, por favor. Paciencia. ¿Esto de Sky Oblivion qué coño es? Me ha salido aquí en YouTube. Fan Project. Y lo sube IGN. ¿Ah?
My blades have failed.
¿Es el Oblivion?
The Empire. Is in chaos. And now, at the turning of
¿Por qué lo sube IGN esto?
the ruby throne sits empty.
Es el remake del Oblivion con el motor de Skyrim.
We have to act quickly. Take up arms and close shut the marble jaws of Oblivion.
Ta ta ta. Ta ta ta. Ah, han mantenido las caras. ¿Pero están usando el motor completo de Skyrim o es...? Porque las caras siguen siendo igual que el Oblivion casi.
Find my son.
Oh.
He alone can determine the fate of the Empire.
Qué bonito.
The fate of Cyrodiil.
Skyrim es la base, pero entonces podrías ponerle mods gráficos y de dragones con pene y de animales más agresivos y esas cosas, o no puedes. Sí. O sea, cuenta como un mod más. Ah, está guay, entonces. Se puede ver mil veces mejor esto. Se puede ver 1000 veces mejor. Skyblivion. Oh, el logo. 2025. Hostia, pues esto te suda. Bueno, todavía queda entonces. Todavía queda. Pues hicieron lo mismo con Morrowind. En plan, hicieron todo Morrowind en Skyrim. Bueno, no todo, pero grandes partes. Pues bueno, está bien, está entretenido. Está bien. A ver.